Welcome to Maple Leaf Money, a Canadian-born movement for financial clarity. We simplify money, cut through the noise, and help you make informed choices that build confidence and long-term stability. Let's grow your financial literacy one episode at a time. In today's episode, we're going to explore something that affects almost every financial decision we make, often without us even realizing it: advertising and consumer psychology. Every day, we are exposed to thousands of advertisements. Some estimates suggest that number can range anywhere from 4,000 to 10,000 ads per day. Most of them pass by unnoticed, but they still influence how we think, what we pay attention to, and what we eventually decide to buy. If you think about your day, you'll start to notice where these ads appear. You see them on your phone, on websites, and throughout your social media feeds. You pass them on billboards, at bus stops, and in transit stations. You see them in sports arenas, on jerseys, and even embedded into the shows and videos you watch. Even stores are designed with this in mind. Items like candy, snacks, and small add-on purchases are often placed right near the checkout area, where people are more likely to make quick, unplanned decisions. Products are positioned at eye level to draw attention. Advertising is not occasional, it's constant. And it exists for a reason. Businesses rely on customers to survive and grow, and advertising is one of the most effective ways to influence demand. Companies invest billions of dollars into marketing each year because it works. While some advertising provides useful information, much of it is designed to persuade. It often appeals to emotions rather than logic. Ads connect products to feelings like happiness, success, belonging, or status. A product is not just presented as something useful. It's presented as something that represents a lifestyle or identity. This influence also comes through familiar faces. Athletes, musicians, actors, and online personalities often promote products using their credibility and visibility to influence buying decisions. There's also the power of repetition. The more often you see something, the more familiar it becomes. Over time, that familiarity can turn into a sense of trust. In today's digital world, advertising has become even more personalized. Websites and apps often use tracking tools, sometimes called cookies, to monitor browsing behavior. This allows companies to show ads based on what you've searched for or looked at online. These companies use your digital footprint to put ads in front of you based on what they think you are into or interested in. That's why you might look at a product once and then start seeing it again and again on different websites or social media platforms. Those ads aren't random. They're tailored or customized to reach you. All of these strategies are designed to make spending easier and more automatic. And sometimes they lead to purchases that weren't originally planned. A sale, a limited time offer, a highly rated product, or a recommendation from someone you trust can create a sense of urgency or excitement. In those moments, it becomes easy to make quick decisions without pausing. This is where awareness becomes important. The goal is not to avoid advertising completely. That's not realistic, and in some cases, advertising can introduce useful products or services. The goal is to understand what may be influencing your decisions. One way to think about this is to imagine your money as water flowing into a container. Your earnings represent the water coming in, and your savings represent what you are able to keep and build over time. When spending decisions are influenced without awareness, it can create small leaks in that savings container. A purchase here, a subscription there, a convenience expense that goes unnoticed. Over time, these small outflows or expenses begin to add up. In some cases, the flow of money is not just leaking, but being redirected toward things that were never part of your original priorities or money goals. As a result, less money remains available for you to save, invest, and grow. And that means less money and wealth for your future self to benefit from. In an earlier lesson, we talked about the idea of 3 buckets: a bucket for spending money, a second bucket for saving money, and a third bucket for sharing or giving money to a cause that is important to you. Your money flows into these 3 areas over time. But when decisions are heavily influenced by advertising, more of that money can end up going into the spending bucket, often at the expense of the saving and sharing buckets. Over time, that reduces the amount of money available to build financial security, invest for the future, or give to others in meaningful ways. Another way to understand this pattern is through something called the consumerism treadmill. This is the cycle where people continue to buy new things, upgrade what they already have, or chase the next purchase. But the feeling of satisfaction doesn't last for long. Advertising often fuels this cycle by constantly presenting new products, trends, and upgrades, making what we already have feel outdated or not good enough. Over time, this can lead to a pattern where money is regularly spent, but long-term financial progress is limited because little is being saved or invested. Breaking that cycle doesn't mean avoiding spending altogether. It simply means becoming more intentional, recognizing when you are being influenced, and making decisions that align with your priorities and long-term goals. Understanding advertising and consumer psychology gives you an advantage. It allows you to pause, reflect, and make decisions based not just on what you see, but on what actually matters to you. In the next episode, we'll build on this idea by exploring impulse purchases and self-control, and how to slow down decisions before spending money. You've been listening to Maple Leaf Money, a Canadian movement for financial clarity. Every choice, every dollar, and every lesson builds toward a stronger future. For you, your family, and our country. Subscribe, share, and help grow financial confidence from coast to coast to coast. Until next time, remember to continue to learn, earn, and grow.